Hello.
Hello, my name's Adam Smith, calling from the website of the Nobel Prize, nobelprize.org in Stockholm. Many congratulations on the award of the prize.
Thank you.
As you may have heard from Professor Duflo, I spoke to your wife a little earlier, and she mentioned that after hearing the news from Stockholm, you went back to bed.
Yes.
Seems a very sensible and collected thing to do.
It was very early in the morning. I'm not a early morning person, so this was I figured it would be an assault to the system if I don't continue my sleep.
And you managed to sleep after hearing the news?
Yeah. Well, not long, because I kept getting calls after a while. Once the press conference happened, then I think the news spread to India and Europe. I think I had no chance. I had a 40-minute interim period when I slept.
I doubt any laureate has prepared for the day better than that. It's a prize which recognises work focused on the world's poorest people, and that is very special.
I agree. And it, I guess, reflects on the fact that somehow that while we often pay lip service to the welfare of all, this is something that's not always the immediate focus of a prize like this. And so I think that I'm delighted that some attention was shown this way. Not that I think all the other things that they give prizes for aren't important, but it does make people who work in this area, I guess, feel a little more enthused. There's lots of people in this world of people who do real things, not people like us, who do real things. And I guess this is somewhat of a prize for all of them.
And the lesson from all your experimental studies is really, I suppose, that you cannot impose your own rationality on others, but you have to listen to what those people will teach you.
That's right. That's certainly one lesson. And then maybe you should also. I think it's a two-way relationship. I think you should not have too much faith in your own rationality. You should not have too much faith in the rationality of anybody else either. We all learn together about the way the world is. And I think it's sort of antidote to wishful thinking of all kinds.
Nicely put. But the way you describe it, it makes it sound like a wonderful collaborative relationship, which is very hopeful.
And that's been my experience. I have learned an enormous amount from talking to people on the ground. The set of people I really owe enormous amount to is the people who are kind of both. I think the people with whom we work, whose lives we study in many ways, but also the people who work with them. And I think we've learned just a huge amount from organizations like Seva Mandir and Pratham. And, for example, in my personal experience, these organizations that work on a very large scale with very poor people, they've certainly been very important for us.
I must let you go, but let me just ask you one thing. Let me ask you about this rare thing that you have been awarded the prize as a married couple. I think only the 5th time that has happened in the history of the prize. It makes it special in some way.
Yeah, I guess it does. It means it's sort of been entire family enterprise in a sense. This whole between J. Powell and the research and working at MIT, it makes it there's lots of dimensions of the work that just becomes much more pleasant when you do it with your partner.
Nicely put. Well, thank you very, very much, and congratulations again.